today I'm reviewing the Peter Thomas Roth Un-Wrinkle Turbo Smoothing Line Toning Lotion. And really quick, I just want to say, purchase these products from my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. I've got lots of different products, so check them out. One of these is this bag, which is very nice to add to your collection. So check those out. Anyway, so this is a product I've been using for quite a while. Actually, I just finished up another bottle of it, which was a smaller size bottle. But anyway, I had been asked about it quite a bit, so I thought I'd finally get to reviewing it. So I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. And really quick, let me also say that I know toning lotion is in the name. I personally like to think of this more as an essence. It has a thicker texture than most toners, which are kind of water-based, watery, liquidy. This one's more of a jelly water texture to it, so I tend to think of it more that and kind of use it more as an essence it would be used. And soon I'll be doing kind of a video about each step of the skincare routine and also make recommendations on them so you guys know I've been asked to do something kind of just a basic skincare 101 type thing. So I'll be doing that soon as well. So anyway, so on to my criteria. And my first criteria on this is packaging. And this is really the only bummer about this is that they packaged it in a clear bottle. So if you happen to, it is very pretty because they included mica and then gold. So it's got a very pretty look to it, very shimmery, which, anyway. But if you have this, I highly recommend keeping this in a cabinet where it's dark. Don't keep it on your countertop or your vanity. That's a mistake I've made a few times this week. I'll come in and I'll see the sun shining through and I see that. I'm like, oh, I forgot to put it in my cabinet. So keep in the cabinet. It's a clear bottle, so light can get through and light can kind of degrade some of the effectiveness of the good ingredients that this includes. And it does include a lot of good beneficial ingredients. A lot of people also comment when I say that, well, don't you think the cosmetics companies would use packaging or a bottle? It can be clear, but maybe there's UV protection. I don't know. I would hope so, but I'm gonna take all my skincare into my own hands and assume that they haven't done it instead of assuming they have. So I don't know. If you want to assume that they've used a clear bottle that is UV protected, go for it. But I personally prefer to kind of assume the lowest and then kind of go from there. So anyway, that's really the only disappointing thing. Otherwise, the bottle it's not a jar packaging, so it's good, but I just highly recommend keeping it in a cabinet. My second criteria is alcohol. And so there's many different incarnations of their Un-Wrinkle line. Some of them are serums. They've got, I think, a lotion. Some of those contain a lot of denatured alcohol. This one does not contain any denatured alcohols, which are the drying ones, so that is a good thing. But just be careful because there's several different incarnations of their Un-Wrinkle line. Some of them are great, and some of them are ones I wouldn't recommend people use. So just check and make sure you're using the Un-Wrinkle Turbo Line Smoothing Toning Lotion, because if you pick up the serum, I believe that one's got fragrance and alcohol. This one does not contain any alcohol, so that is a good thing. But I just wanted to point out there's several different products in that line, so be careful of which one you pick up. My third criteria is fragrance, and this one is fragrance-free. Again, there's many different products in the Un-Wrinkle line. Some of them have fragrance. This one does not, so this is probably the standout in that line, in my opinion. So my fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and if I recall, this is made in the U.S. Yep, it's made in the U.S., so no issues with that. My fifth criteria is ease of use, and this is where I kind of consider it more of an essence because it has a little bit of a thicker texture than most toners do. So you can apply this to a cotton pad and then smooth over face, which is okay. It's got kind of a slimy kind of texture to it. So the first bottle I used just applying it to a cotton pad, and then once I got to this bottle, I've now been just using it like an essence. So I'll apply it into the palm of my hands and then just kind of pat it into my face. So I've been using it after my normal toner and then in place of an essence step. And then you're going to want to allow it a good 3 to 4 minutes to fully absorb, and then go on to your serums and treatments and moisturizers and things like that. But it does take a little bit of time to fully absorb into skin just because of that texture to it. So it is a bit sticky when it dries, a bit slimy feeling. Not the most aesthetically pleasing product in terms of the texture, but it is very hydrating. So it does take a good 3 to 4 minutes to fully absorb. So I recommend not doing it on the cotton pad because it seems to be just a waste of a cotton pad. I recommend just patting the skin or applying it directly from your hands because the cotton pad doesn't seem to do much because of the texture of it. Just doesn't absorb into the cotton pad well, and it ends up being kind of a waste of one. So anyway, pretty easy to use, but you just gotta trial and error it because everyone will probably have a different way that they prefer to use it. I just don't think the cotton pad's the best way to do it. So, and then always give it a good few minutes to absorb. So now it's starting to kind of absorb into skin. So my 6th criteria is antioxidants. And this one has got a lot of good antioxidants. 18 peptides, which are at the pretty beginning of the ingredient list. I think it starts as the 3rd ingredient are the peptides. Vitamin C is in there. Sodium hyaluronate. Retinol is in there. Pseudo-ultramonas ferment extract, which I've seen in a few other products. It's a special strain of bacteria isolated from King George Island in Antarctica. So apparently it's supposed to be very special and beneficial to skin because it was found in Antarctica. I reviewed something recently that had that in there, but I can't remember what it was. But it was like one of the highlighted ingredients. What was that? It'll come to me at some point, but anyway, so I've seen that in a few products before. Arginine is in there, lecithin. So it's got a lot of good beneficial ingredients in there. The gold and mica really don't have much of a benefit, but they're there to make the serum look kind of special and shimmery. So now you can see it's finally kind of almost fully absorbed. It does leave a bit of a sticky texture, so you definitely want to follow up with a serum or anything else. And you can use this morning and evening. I prefer to use it in the daytime, just because it seems to give my skin a little bit of extra hydration during the day. And yeah, so there, I think it's finally absorbed now. So you can see how high it is hydrating. So anyway, lots of good antioxidants. My 7th criteria is animal testing, and the Peter Thomas Roth brand is not cruelty-free. So hopefully things are changing with that. There's been a lot of good progress. Leaping Bunny has a program that they're starting in China to do some cruelty-free products there. So hopefully that'll kind of open up more and more areas for companies to go cruelty-free. My 9th criteria is price. Or my 8th criteria is performance, sorry. I jumped right to the price. I got excited about it, but it is a good price. But anyway, performance, it's nice. It definitely adds hydration. Does feel a little slimy, but it does give your skin a nice plump feel. But if you're very minimalist in terms of your skincare, this one just has a little bit of a sticky texture to it, so you're definitely going to want to apply a serum or a moisturizer or something over it. But it definitely performs nicely, hydrates skin. Yeah, you know, and the mica and gold that they added for no apparent reason to give it that shimmery look, you can't really see it on skin. It's in such a small amount, but it does perform nicely and definitely plumps up skin, so that's very nice. So, okay, now on to my 9th criteria, which is the price. So they have a serum that matches this, which is $150 or $120. It's expensive. This is the full size, which is 6.7 ounces. And it sells for $38. So, in my opinion, for a good toner or an essence, I don't think that's ridiculous. And when you're getting a lot of good beneficial ingredients and peptides and things, I find the price to be great. I just didn't think it was that expensive. And if you go to peterthomasroth.com and check out their website, a lot of times they'll have a sale or a good gift with purchase. Or if you pick it up at Ulta, I think Ulta sells this one too. You can get it on sale too. So not super expensive, especially the fact that it's kind of a good added ingredient, good added product to your skincare routine, just because of all the good benefits your skin gets from it and added hydration. So, and then on to my 10th criteria, which is the it factor. I really like it. It's fragrance-free, alcohol-free, affordable, packaged okay. Packaging could be a little bit better, but anyway. So I really like it. I really think this has the it factor. If you're looking to add peptides in your skincare routine, this is a nice, easy way to add it in without having to make major changes in your routine. And I like the fact that they're at the beginning of the ingredient list as well. My only thing I didn't like, and I already mentioned it, is the added gold and mica, which really don't have a benefit for skin. So I don't know. I would change that, but overall, I really like this. I gave this an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. One or two changes would have made this a 10 out of 10 product, which is the animal testing, and I would have done an opaque bottle, but overall it's pretty good. So if you're looking to add a good toner, essence into your routine, this is a good one to check out. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this out yet or not. And if you have tried it, do you like it or not? And what do you like about it? Or if you tried anything else out from the un-wrinkle line, what have you tried and how have you liked it? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I come with at least one new video every day. And check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. Thank you so much, guys.